Yo, what's happening, world? Be Much Boxing. What's going on with y'all? Back at it once again with another post-fight review. Fight coming out of Paris, France. Tony Yoka, 2016 gold medalist in the super heavyweight division. Comes in with his undefeated record, I believe 11-0, 9 KOs versus Martin Bakole from the Congo, based out of Scotland. You know what I'm saying? And this was a very good fight for the man, Martin Bakole. Oh, yes, indeed. First round, it was a jab fest. You know what I mean? Both guys trying to establish um, the center of the ring, see who's going to control the ring generalship. Martin Bakole was landing the jab, so was Tony Yoka, but I gave it to Bakole. He was landing more body shots, you know what I mean? And throwing a little bit more punch variation. And as a matter of fact, round one, he even dropped Tony Yoka. Tony Yoka gets dropped with a combination set up beautifully by the jab by Martin Bakole dropped at the in round one. Tony Yoka manages to get up. That's a 10 round for the man, Martin Bakole. Round two, Martin Bakole's digging in with the body shots, you know what I mean? Doing some haymakers over the top, you know what I mean? Over the top of Tony Yoka's jab. I'm saying Tony Yoka's starting to use a little bit of lateral movement, you know what I mean? Because the man his defense, he was trying to keep that high guard. But the man Martin Bakole was busting up that high guard, you know what I mean? Splitting it with uppercuts, throwing the jab, pumping the jab, throwing the haymaker over the top. I mean, so Tony Yoka, man, by round three and four, man, he's getting a severe beating, you know what I mean? He's getting, and to the point where this man is leaking. His left eye's busted up. He's leaking from his nose and mouth, you know what I mean? Martin Bakole's establishing the jab. The jab set up everything for him, you know what I mean? And the mean body shots. Tucker just didn't look prepared for that kind of pressure from the man Martin Bakole. And Martin Bakole was closing the distance with the jab from the outside, breaking him down. Then he gets on the inside, starts throwing the hooks to the body, right uppercut, and then he's throwing big right and left hooks, you know what I mean? Going around the high guard that Tony Yoka was keeping. Because, the man really, man, he wasn't just big enough. And I ain't even talking about, they both athletes. And Martin Bakole definitely don't look like uh, his body physique don't look as in shape like Tony Yoka. But Tony Yoka physique is just a facade because he was getting ragdoll pushed around in there, you know what I mean? All night long, all 10 rounds, you know what I mean? I'm going to just keep it tall with y'all. I ain't give this man Tony Yoka no round. You know what I'm saying? This man was getting battered. He gets dropped in round five, but he really kind of twisted his ankle and he goes down. I personally didn't think it was a knockdown, but they counted it as a knockdown, so I got scored as a 10-8 round. And Tony Yoka had his moments, you know what I mean? But very few and far in between. The man was taking a thorough beating in there. You know, nobody busted in him up like that in the pro ranks. And this guy, I question um focus on the game. If he's in the game, I don't know how they progress in these French fighters. I mean, he came into the boxing game from the Olympics, beating Joe Joyce in a controversial fight that could have gone either way. He won the gold medal over Joe Joyce, and he also beat Philip Horgovich. You check it. So he beat two guys who are in the pro ranks. Joe Joyce and Philip Horgovich are contenders for world titles. I mean, mandatories, number one contenders. You know what I mean? In different sanctioning bodies. Man like Tony Yoka, man, this man brought Virgil Hunter over there. Virgil Hunter, man, your man got his ass whooped, man. That was a severe beating. Thorough beating. Round 12, you think Tony Yoka's going for the knockout? Hell no, Slim. This guy ran around the ring for the last minute, avoiding getting hit and avoiding engaging. Like he got this fight in the bag, 10 rounds to zip. No, man, it was the other way around. Bakole put a severe hurting on this guy. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if this guy Tony Yoka will ever be anybody in this heavyweight boxing game. It's the heavyweight boxing game. All it takes is one punch. But Martin Bakole, even him as a pro, has done more in the pro ranks, even if it's losing to fellas like Michael Hunter. At least he's been in the ring with these type of guys. You know what I mean? And that's why he got the victory tonight. We got Donald Kina, la big manager in the chat. He says RDC Ibanga plus 243. That must be the area code for the Congo, I assume. You know what I mean? Big up to the Congolese massive. If you're up in the chat, please hit the thumbs up. You know what I mean? Big ups to Martin Bakole. You know, this is a very impressive W for him. Best name on his resume, without a shadow of a doubt. And it's not like Tony Yoka ain't fought nobody. He's fought guys like Christian Hammer, Tony Pappas, these type of guys. You know what I mean? But the way Martin Bakole was on the front foot tonight and his jab, you gotta have a jab in this boxing game. The jab opened up everything for him. You know, the man Tony Yoka also has a good jab. Try to establish the jab, but he didn't have nothing really in coming back as far as following up after the jab with left hooks or straight right hand. Martin was leading with the right hand too sometimes. You know, what I mean, disguising his variation, not always leading with the jab. He'd come on the front foot and just pop shot him with a straight right hand. Pop, you know what I mean? It was a thing of beauty, and I'm very impressed with Martin Bakole tonight. Absolutely. And it was so fitting for him. He speaks French. Hey, Martin Bakole fight, you know what I mean? Which is good. That's well and fine. That's where, he built his name up in this boxing game. That's where he actually probably has majority of his fans. But he is in Paris, France, a French, and he's from the Congo, a French-speaking country. I'm sure there's a big, massive Congolese contingent over there in Paris, and they definitely came to show this man support. You know what I mean? I'm sure the fight, the arena was more pro Tony Yoka. Yeah, but Martin Bakole popped that balloon, took all the air out that arena, and gave the French boy a thorough whipping. Severe again. M in the chat says, how did the judge score it a draw and the others only beat the 4 rounds difference? Well, I'm gonna keep it tall with you, my guy. I don't know what the score were because they read them in French, and I don't speak French. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Is that no? Maybe not. That's Spanish. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I don't know what the scorecards were. And thanks for clarifying that for everybody to hear. One judge had it a draw. I didn't know that. That's disgusting. That was a robbery trying to happen. They tried to give it to the hometown favorite, Tony Yoka. But the right man won. And that's all I know. When I finished watching the fight, they raised the right man's hand. I didn't know what the scorecards were because they read the in French. You know what I mean? That was disgusting, man. Big up to Martin Bakole. Hit the thumbs up if you're happy Martin Bakole won, and hit the thumbs up if you're sad that the man Tony Yoka lost. I personally don't think this guy takes his boxing career seriously, and he's a PD cheat. He's taking steroids in the pro ranks. Maybe he has no confidence in his game, and Martin Bakole exposed him to that. So Tony Yoka, you know, I'm not saying it's going to be over for him, but he's not no spring chicken. This is a guy who's participated in 2016. Came home with a gold medal for France, the first Frenchman to win a super heavyweight gold medal in the Olympics. He's a national hero, or was. But as far as in the pro ranks, this man has been a joke. And Martin Bakole came over there from based in Scotland. That's what the telecast said. I didn't know that. And here he is with the big W on Tony Oka's home soil. M is in the chat. He says it was 94-94, 96-93, and 97-92 or something like that. Those are disgusting scorecards, man. I'm going to keep it tall with you. I ain't give Tony Yoka no round. I didn't give him no round. Nope, nope, nope. That man had given up. Even Virgil Hunter was telling him, man, don't worry about the blood coming out your eye. Don't worry about the blood coming out your nose. And because you could tell this man was in discomfort, with all that blood leaking from his face from the third, fourth round. This man was leaking like a pig. You know what I mean? So very, 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 very good victory for Martin Foley. You know what I mean? I'm assuming he was the underdog. You know what I mean? coming into this fight. He's a guy who has been stopped by Michael Hunter in the 10th fight. And here he is, man. And now he can become a contender, you know what I mean? I'd love to see him with the likes of Joyce and all these other guys who are vying for a world title shot. You know what I mean? There's only four belts out there, and one man has three of them. Tyson Fury has one. I personally would like to see Fury and fight the winner of Anthony Joshua Usyk. Winner is undisputed. Then the man who's undisputed has all these contenders coming from left, right. WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, all kind of defend your world titles. You know what I mean? Just defend your world titles. You be under no pressure. Whomever becomes undisputed of having to make a fight with so and so because hopefully the mandatories and number one contenders will get their shot. Yes, indeed. Emerson combinations with his left hand were amazing. Absolutely. He was hooking off the jab too. You know, the man was throwing his jab, doubling it up the jab. Then he throw a left roundhouse hook on him. You know what I mean? His hooks was what was rocking this man Tony Yoka left and right, back and forth. The hooks. Whether it was to the body or whether it was in court when Martin Bakole would use the jab to close the distance and then just start throwing combinations. You know what I mean? Tony Yoka was there in the high guard, man. There were times like in round 4 and 5, this man was getting hit with like 20 punches in a row. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Not one time, another time, 13 punches in a row. Another time, 8 to 10. And he's just there in the high guard. And like I said, in the 12th round, that man ran. He ran for life like he had the fight in the bag. Like he ain't know he needs a knockout. Hey man, they had another guy on this undercard tonight. Uh French guy named Sophie. His name. I was watching the fight. Really, I was watching the fight with the volume off because I was even on the phone. You know what I mean? But that's another French guy who's been in 2 different Olympics. You know what I mean? Sophie, and I forgot his. He's a guy who I believe even beat Errol Spence in the 2012 Olympics. Okay, this guy has been a pro for a little minute, and his name hasn't been ringing bells. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is in France where the boxing, fellas don't want to test themselves. These French boxers, and they make in Paris. They don't have to test themselves like fighting outside live, so you can get a world title shot. It's it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? You know, because that particular welterweight, Sofiane, this guy should have been fighting for or be in the rankings in the welterweight or whatever to get himself a world title shot. Well, that's neither ain't my business. That's the French Boxing Commission and how they handle their business out there. Or maybe boxing's not a priority where they're not trying to make a um, Tony Oka is a prime example. Gold medalist, 2016 Olympics. Beat Joe Joyce and Philip Horgovich. But look at him here, losing to Martin Bakole. Taking nothing away from Bakole. He's definitely gotten better from his loss against Michael Hunter. But damn, man, Bakole, I mean Tony Oka, damn, you got your ass handed to you every single round. So yo, big ups to everybody in the chat. Please hit the thumbs up on your way in and on your way out. I appreciate all y'all coming through. M in the chat. Big ups to Donna Keller, la big manager in the chat. Salute to all y'all. If you're on the channel, please share and subscribe and hit the thumbs up if you like the content. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm gone. Peace.